Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Badfish, and of course this is another episode of Gone Gaming. We are again here with a different game. So today we're going to play another management base building game, Evil Genius 2 World Domination. So this just came out, I believe it was just yesterday, and I kind of have a little backstory with this game. So this game was like my childhood strategy management game that I latched onto when I was like probably 9 or 10. I always loved James Bond and Austin Powers and things like that. So like a spy game, it had this cool like cartoony 60s flair. It was back in like '04. So it came out a long time ago, but I remember seeing like that's back when you actually got the CD-ROMs, and I saw it at like Target or something. I was like, I gotta get that. I gotta play that game, and it became one of my favorites. I've had the original on Steam for a long time, put a lot of hours into it, so I haven't even really touched the new one yet. This is gonna be kind of my second go at it. I just did a little bit just to kind of get reacquainted with it, but we'll start a new game and go through kind of the basic start of building a base and begin a little bit of a let's play and kind of see what we think of the game. I've heard a lot from people with kind of the reviews right now. They're a little bit mixed. Some people said it felt a little mobile gamey with all the objectives and stuff. So far with what I've played, I don't mind them too much. I think it's kind of nice to have just random things to continue base building. I think the base building's a lot smoother than the first game, but we'll just kind of jump into it. We'll do a tutorial and everything, so that way anyone who hasn't played the game and wants to kind of understand what it's about can see that. So we'll go ahead and start with create new. And so there's 4 geniuses to pick from. There's Maximilian here. You can see over here they have different abilities. So work harder, orders minions to prioritize jobs in his vicinity, train faster, instantly completes any minion training near him, and large workforce. Max knows when to rely on overwhelming numbers and when to get a specialist to do the job. Max can earn gold more reliably than anyone else and starts with additional minions. So each of them has their own different things. I'm not going to go through all of them just for sake of time, but they all have different interesting like abilities, and they can all prioritize things around them, things like that. I am going to go with Max because from the first game he is the only genius that reoccurs, and like I said, I'm a huge James Bond fan / Austin Powers fan, so I know a lot of people are going to see Dr. Evil when they see him. I see Blofeld from the original, James Bond movies, so that's kind of why I love Max too. I think he's the one to go for. So as he dusts off his monocle there. So let's get it started and we'll jump in. I think we'll just do the base island to start out with. So there are 3 different islands to choose from. I don't know if they'll add more or what. They all got kind of interesting little things about them. I've only done this island so far, so we'll just jump into that one. Maybe later I'll start something with a different island to play through. So let's go ahead and jump in. We will start at Crown Gold. So Crown Gold is your classic tropical paradise casino. The lush flora covering the imposing mountaintop makes it an ideal backdrop for any holiday snap, whilst also providing any enterprising builder with plenty of room for expansion. The golden beaches for which the island is reportedly named also provide an irresistible lure for any tourists who may visit. The name might have proven to be somewhat prophetic, as its recent geological survey also reveals the possibility of extensive underground gold seams accessible to anyone with the ability to mount an excavation. Cool. So each of these you can kind of see they have a little details page as well. So this one's located in the North Atlantic by Africa. It has beaches that will distract tourists, so they'll go around on the beach. Like they said, they have underground gold seams. So if we go to this one, you can see the underground. So this is ground level, I believe, and this is underground. Got little gold seams here to earn yourself some more money on the island. And, you got your square meters of diggable space and stuff. So some of them are smaller, some of them are bigger. And then these are the different factions of justice that kind of you'll see when we look at the world map. They're on, I believe Hammer is the Russia. It was Russia in the first game. I'm not sure if it still is. I know Patriot's still the United States and stuff like that, but basically these different factions will get more heat depending on where you are and things like that, and where you're committing schemes, but we'll jump into that. So let's go ahead and start the game. We're just going to do regular difficulty, I suppose, and we'll start with the tutorial enabled, and let's jump in. So we'll just wait for it to load for a second here. Look at all these beautiful, oh, talking over the cutscene. I love Max's swagger. I'm all about it. He doesn't mess around. In the first game, to like motivate minions, if you wanted to do that, he would go up and pull a Luger and shoot the minion in the head, which, looking back on it as a 10-year-old, probably not the best game to play, but hey, I'm here, I'm doing good. So I know a lot of people said the camera sucks in this game. I think it's pretty intuitive. Maybe this is like how I had City Skyline set up. It was Q and E to rotate around, and then WSAD and things like that.
To zoom in and out.
Zoom in and out, thank you.
Use the tilt controls.
Hold on. Who do you think you are, giving me instructions like that?
Yeah, buddy.
I'm here to help by telling you exactly what to do next.
Don't tell us what to do.
Do
you see the scar on my eyeball?
But you are here to do everything I say.
That's right, Max.
Correct. Step 1.
The thumbs up.
Tell us what you want, and the minions, we're eager to please.
Cool.
And also eager
to please. So, let's check it out. We have our build menu here.
Once it has more rooms.
We're going to start out building a vault.
Paint tiles over the highlighted area.
So I know in the earlier game, the first game, I would always try to make my vault super secure. So we'll probably rebuild this after the tutorial, just because I usually would have like traps and like a full corridor going to the vault. So we'll probably replace where it is later. But just to start out with, we'll do what the tutorial asks. So it's just saying, build up the vault right here, put a vault in, confirm all, everybody goes and builds, and they'll have a nice time whipping out these like portal guns that they just shoot into it. Yep, you get it from the helipad. So let's go ahead and hit fast forward, because there is a bit of downtime in this game, but at least you do have the fast forward option just to get things moving. So they are ripping around and taking out those rocks and building us a nice little vault there, and in any second he should tell us to build the next thing. Hello, sir. There it is. So let's go ahead and build a barracks. What's annoying is the barracks that they want you to build in the tutorial is like, it needs to be expanded so quickly for the amount of minions you want to have.
Give minions places to sleep
so
when their vitality or morale start to run low.
We'll again probably move some of this stuff. Why don't you just want me to build it on the other side yet? Oh my god, now I can build it on the other side.
Be rotated freely with the rotate controls.
So rotate, you have R, or you can just click down on the left mouse button and pull around to rotate it.
Place some beds on the other side of the barracks.
And now we'll go ahead and check out our objectives over here.
Domination. Optional objectives will give you
Dream World Domination. Get $7,500. I wish I got that whenever I dreamt of World Domination.
For main objectives, side stories,
now what do we need?
And optional objectives.
The mess hall.
Food is an essential part of any minion's diet.
So to begin with, your base is just very kind of simple build. You're just going to jump in and make sure you have what you need to keep minions alive, and kind of expand out from there. So let's go ahead and build that guy.
Basic food counters restore minion smarts and vitality, and stop stomachs from rumbling.
Cool. So we'll build all that. I do like that they have some like decor stuff. Obviously I like detailing a little bit. There's not a ton of stuff that I've seen you can do yet, but I'm hoping in the future that the devs add more kind of decor stuff, because I think that's fun. That's like a fun idea to have in this, and it's all like cool like lava lamps and 60s theme stuff. I hope they get sharks with freaking lasers on their head. That would be great. If we could get some like Austin Powers theme stuff here, that would be perfect. But like so far, I would say like the campy kind of, oh, we gotta put lockers over here, but the campy kind of 1960s vibe that was like so permanent or permeating through the first one, I think is definitely, I think they did a good job of trying to capture it again, at least in my eyes.
But be careful.
So now we need a power station so everyone is powered up and not sad. So let's go ahead and pop this. So the power station, in my experience, again from the last game, was forces of justice like things that can explode, and power stations like exploding.
Generators power
So
items in the lair.
you want to try to
Without
have it somewhere
almost
that
nothing
is
will function.
relatively
Be careful, as
safe.
enemy agents will attempt to
I actually
sabotage your
tended
generators if they
to
find
do what
them.
I'm doing right now, where I just kind of attach
Sure
it
is dark,
to
isn't it?
the back
Are you
of
scared?
our
No?
what is this called? Our
me neither.
vault right here, because I'll usually make my vault pretty secure. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, but I would like to get rid of those. Yeah, revert. Let's just restart that. So we'll go ahead, pop that down. Let's make it a little bit bigger so we can fit a couple more in here. Items.
Optional objective complete.
Oh, sweet. We got an objective I didn't even know I was trying to get. Awesome. Build it out a little bit more. Built it out too much. I know we're going to need an incinerator here at some point, but that's good for now. Confirm. Go. Build it. Have fun. Collect optional objective. What do we do? So it is a lot of clicking. Like, definitely going back and forth through things. And the objective lists and stuff and everything. It is a lot of clicking. I will say that. But it's not too bad. It's not terrible. So, and, you know, like people said, there is a lot of downtime, but just fast forward, you take a second, have a, you know, sip of whatever you're drinking, and enjoy as your minions go to town on the side of a mountain. So we got a new optional objective, right? Is that what that just said? No? Never mind. Okay. So while we're waiting for them, let's just throw down some of this decor. So we have like a last
Defeated
day
agents lie
without
in body
incident
bags on
thing.
The floor, causing minions to lose morale if they get too close.
Okay, so this is one of the
In your
differences
power station to dispose
from the
of
last game. So the last game, you used to have like a freezer room for body bags for people that your minions killed. In this one, I guess you're just incinerating them. I mean, to be fair, the body bags just kind of disappeared after a while, so who really knows what happened to them in the last game? So in this one, at least we have a definitive answer on that.
New main objective
However,
available.
macabre that is.
Open the
Yes,
character
move him
selection
here. Got
panel, then select the evil genius portrait to highlight and
Playing
follow your
control
evil
room.
genius.
Cool. So
You
the
need
control
a control
room
to send minions into the
allows you
world.
to do the world map.
Let's lay down a plan for one.
The control room also is a big place where minions are going to get drained from working there.
Radio repeaters provide
So let's go ahead
broadcast
and
strength,
pop in one of these bad
allowing us to
boys.
maintain criminal networks across the globe.
I'll only do one for now because I know they're going to ask me to build another one.
The more of the world you can infiltrate.
And if I build it now,
For
then I have
now,
to build
let's
another
just
room to build
infiltrate
another
a
one,
little
so I don't
bit.
want to do that. And let's grab a door. Confirm, go, build it, run. And all of our generators are up and running. The game is really pretty. I really like the graphics. I think they did a really good job making it super stylized. Like, yeah, it's cartoony, but the first one was also cartoony. But I think they're like really, the models are really cool that they chose to do. They're really stylized. Everything seems really sleek to me. Really sleek and streamlined from the first one. You know, I think some people might say it kind of lost some of that charm from the first one. I disagree. I disagree with those reviews. I think it still has a lot of the charm that the first one had for me, and so much more polish. And like, there's actually different minions, so they actually look different, have different skin tones and things. So there's actually some diversity in our evil empire, which is nice. They're not all just the same white guy with a yellow suit and a top hat, or a hard hat, excuse me. So that guy is going to run and grab our radio repeater. What is our optional objective? Let's check that out. Hire 6 more minions. So let's pin that. So like I said, this is too small to hire more minions. Our hiring process is frozen right now. So let's go ahead, and while they are building that, I think we'll do... Let's just go ahead and mirror that one. So that one starts like right here. I think it goes about that.
New main
1,
objective
2, 3, 4.
available.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
Head
Okay,
to the
cool.
world stage.
I'll head there when I want to head there, sir. We already had this discussion of not telling me what to do. So let's just kind of mirror the barracks so that way I can hire more minions. Because I know that is something that can become very obnoxious later in the game. At least in my experience from the first one. Again, I'm talking mostly from the first one because I really barely touched this one. So
New optional objective
you want to always have
available.
lockers to make sure that you can get people in the first one. I'm assuming that mechanic is still roughly the
Each
same.
of the highlighted regions is an excellent place
So,
to start
this is
your
the world
journey
map.
towards world domination.
Like he
Select a
said,
suggested region or
there's
any
all these
other
different
region if you
regions.
know what you are doing,
So
and
Patriot,
scout it to establish
Smash,
a criminal network.
Saber, Anvil, Hammer, and that's just Antarctica. So I think what we'll do is let's start down here in Saber, because that's technically where we're closest to. So one weird thing is workers don't come back from going to the world map, so when you send them, they're gone. Actually, we'll have a cutscene there in a minute that will
You can
kind of
speed
answer
things
what's
up by
happening.
selecting fast
So this
forward
minion,
at any time.
these 3 minions are leaving us to go do this work. And unfortunately, these brave souls will not be returning to the base. They will be gone forever, doing their last march, clapping for themselves. Godspeed, friends. Godspeed. So yeah, they won't be coming back. That is interesting. I don't know why that design choice was made. It kind of makes them more of a resource.
To run schemes in this region.
And you know, I mean, they did give you a story reason, which you'll see in a second as to why that is. So I suppose it's not unforgivable. I think it's fine. Just, again, I don't know if I would have done that. I liked when they were able to come back and kind of had that idea of, like, you know, who your crack team was, maybe. I don't know. I remember when I was a kid, I would, like, make sure that I'd try to send the same one. So I'd, like, try to redo it until I got certain people. It wasted a lot of time. But, you know, it was nice to kind of see your people who survived come back. So, let's see here. What are we doing now?
I'm all packed, boss. Send me into the world, and I'll come back with plenty of gold.
Come back? You think you are coming back? No, I'm not having you coming back here, tracking justice all over the place like mud. They'll follow you right to my door, and then where would we be? Take a little gold for yourself, then send the rest back here. Use your share to live a quiet life. Or else.
So there you go. That's
Minions
why
will
they're not
travel
coming
to the
back,
world
because
and run
it
any
would
scheme you select.
be bad
You
news
will
bears
receive
from
small amounts
Maximilian
of
and
gold
his
as they
evil
progress.
empire. So that's why they don't come back, because Max thinks it would be stupid, or I'm assuming whatever other leader you choose says roughly the same thing. But yeah, they chose not to have your minions come back for some reason, for better or for worse. So we're gonna go ahead and launch a scheme now. So schemes are, nope, I want to confirm all that. So we have to build another radio repeater for our objective, but schemes are just like different missions that people will do. They'll either get you gold or different loot, or sometimes different kinds of like specialists and things like that. So this one, it all begins here. The first of many robberies. A dedicated team of workers can breach the vault and make a getaway laden down with gold, and then send it to me and disappear to the quiet life, apparently. I don't know, I think it's more risky to just let your people wander around the world afterwards, but that's just me.
New main
So,
objective
we'll confirm that.
available.
They will
A
go
prison will
and
make
do
for
it.
the perfect place to hold your enemies before questioning
And we
them.
need to build a prison now. So, let's go ahead and put the prison down like here somewhere. Let's try to secure it a little bit. So, we have corridors. Or do we want to put over here? You know what, let's just put it over here. Let's just extend this guy a little bit. And we have 4.
Optional
Have it
objective
come down like
complete.
that. I don't know how big the prison needs to be. but I'm gonna make it
These
this big.
holding cells hold 1 prisoner each.
One
If
prisoner
you don't have
each.
any free cells, your minions can't capture
Let's
people.
build 2.
Once this
'cause we always
interrogation
needed
chair is
more.
built, we can use it to make prisoners tell us
Again,
their
in
secrets.
the last game, I'm gonna keep saying that a lot. In the last game, you always needed more cells than air interrogation chairs, so I always did 2 to 1. So that's what we're gonna try here and see if it ends up working
Experiment
that way
with
again.
interrogating agents.
And let's double door it.
You never know what secrets you will
Why?
uncover.
Because I like, even if it doesn't actually make it more secure, I like to believe it does. So we'll go ahead and fast forward, let them get that built. And then that will kind of have us with a nice little base layout for this first episode. I don't want to make it super long just because I want to see if people even have interest in the game and seeing more of it. Or if, you know, before I get too far, if people want to see just with me playing without the tutorial, or if I should continue the tutorial for people just to see how it goes, see if they're interested in it. But yeah, so for now, we'll just have the base get built out. We haven't even gotten to like the super fun stuff yet. You can make traps in this game, and I think that is probably the most satisfying game loop, because you can make like literally like Rube Goldberg level traps that, you know, take the forces of justice and crush them on your doorstep through a whole bunch of cool slapstick comedy kind of ridiculousness. So that's the other thing that we'll get into that'll be
New main
really
objective
satisfying.
available.
So new main objective, go to the
Where
world
we're
stage.
going, we don't need roads.
We gotta
Head to the
a
world stage to
scientist.
recruit a scientist.
launch scheme.
Select a scientist scheme.
Kill my workers.
Special
Go.
schemes are often highlighted on the world stage with colored signs.
All right, go
Keep
get
your
the
eyes
scientist.
open for these
Run.
important schemes.
Goodbye, friends.
Once complete, the scheme will yield you a fresh-faced scientist.
And we're out of power. Like, really? Already? Okay. Guess we'll build another freaking generator. I don't even know how I want to do that. I guess we'll just put it like over here for now. Man, I hope that is not... Say it ain't so. I'm just gonna build a giant generator room, because if that's how quickly 3 generate, like I built 2 rooms and we're out of power. Okay. Yeah, let's just build a big old generator room then and make it very large. And eventually, hopefully, that will allow us to get rid of the other one. So confirm, build that giant generator room tucked away over here. I mean, this is kind of wasted space now, which sucks, but whatever. Go build that. And we'll wait for our scientists to come, and then I think that
I'm
is where
ready
we'll
to
wrap it
uncover
up.
the mysteries of the universe for you, boss. What do you want me to research?
Interesting word. Research implies you are searching for something a second time. You better not be charging me for the same work twice.
Your
I also
new
love
scientist appears
Maximilian
to
because
believe
he
that
seems
we can
like
use a training room
giant
to teach
idiot
our slack-jawed minions
who thinks
how
he's
to
a
do
genius, which
specialist
I'm very
jobs.
much about
Get one
that
built,
cliche
and
right
you
there.
can find out for sure.
Okay, so he wants us to build a training room. So this is
objective
where our
available.
minions will be trained to become better in certain ways. So there is different branches that they'll follow. We'll kind of look at it as we build the training room. But let's go ahead and we'll just plan that out. And by then, hopefully the power will be back up as well. I hope. I really hope it is. That'd be great if it is. Okay, build a nice big old training room here.
Each specialist minion type requires a trainer of its own.
Okay,
Request a scientist trainer.
I'll just pop it right in the corner
Once
there.
built, you will be able to instruct your minions to train as scientists. Having
Cool.
more scientists will speed up future
Build
research.
me more things, friends. And power's back on. Nice.
Optional objective complete.
Alright, so we're running up against like 25 minutes here, guys, so I think I'm just gonna call it. So again, this is Evil Genius 2. It's a super cool game. I'd love to make more content for it if you guys are interested. Again, let me know in the comments if you'd rather just me go through either on like a sandbox mode or on a new game without the tutorial enabled, if we just want to kind of base build without those prompts, or if you guys like going through the tutorial and just seeing what the game recommends you do and kind of how it runs you through things, we can definitely keep doing that. But yeah, again, that is gonna do it. My name is Badfish. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, definitely subscribe. Definitely subscribe too if you like management games, city building, things like that. Those are typically what I play and what I'm into. But I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.